Shoot. All right. We are on day 6. Can you guys believe this? Day 6. So much that I want to say. Wow. So today has been a day. Yeah. I received news about an hour ago that my aunt who and let me just make sure that this is working. Really hope this is working. Wait. I hope you guys can see me okay. Can you guys hear me okay? I feel like my lighting just got super weird. I hope that this works. Let me see. Okay. So I'm just going to dive in. My energy is a little bit different, obviously. I just found out that my aunt that had coronavirus actually passed away. I found out an hour ago. And there was a part of me that just said, cancel, cancel tonight. Truth be told, I can't be with my family anyway. So I'd love to say I'm going to go hang out with my family. And I think what really comes to me more than anything at times like this is I'm not sharing this to scare anybody at all. But I think whenever there's a passing, it's an opportunity to really go, right? Like, ladies, now more than ever, thank you, love. Now more than ever, this is the time to make yourselves a priority. My aunt was 80. So she was like the prime candidate for what this virus does. And it didn't help that she was diabetic, and it didn't help that she was overweight. It didn't help at all. And so, I'm just saying this because you're all here for a reason, and you're all here because you are ready to shift something within yourself. You're ready to be healthy. Being healthy, being your ideal weight is your divine birthright. Like, it is your birthright. You are meant to have the body. You are meant to have the health. You are meant to have the joy. You are meant to have all these things. What's up, lady loves? Thank you. So I share this because no matter when you're watching this, and I know we have close to 1,000 women that signed up for this, and it's just been amazing, the feedback and the ahas and the awarenesses. And for some of you, this is a huge, I've been like blowing your mind left and right, and for others of you, you're like, I've known this and I need to hear it again. And I really just want to say that when it comes to our health, and I know me sharing that my aunt passed with coronavirus, like, again, I wasn't saying any of this because I don't want to scare anybody, because I know it's a scary time. I actually don't want any of you to get to a point where you endure an illness or have something else that happens that awakens you to start saying, like, I get to make myself a priority. Like, I get to make myself a priority. Like, I deserve to make myself a priority. I deserve to put my health first. I deserve to put my happiness first. I deserve to put my desires, my needs first, because in doing so, I am my best self for everybody else. And I say this because I know it broke my cousin's hearts that my aunt, couldn't keep up the way she wanted to with their grandkids and things like that because of her weight, right? And because of her health. And, if she was in a different situation, would she still be here? Would they have that experience? These are things I don't know, right? And I don't want to speculate. I'm not sharing that, again, to bring anybody down. What I am sharing, though, is this extravaganza, the Love Your Body, Lose Weight extravaganza, is something I felt called to do from my heart. It was something because I know that especially, and it just so happened that the coronavirus happened, and, everybody's quarantined and different things. I know California, we're in a very distinct situation here. Can we tell this is my favorite sweatshirt, by the way, because I've worn it in, I think, all the videos. Never wearing makeup, and I'm constantly in the sweatshirt. I'm like, okay. So I say this, guys, because I really want, especially like so much of what we've talked about is your worthiness and your weight and how this all ties to your net worth and how this all ties to what you believe is you're deserving of. And so many of you, and I had the gift of speaking with several women today, and what I kept hearing was like the idea of actually making themselves a priority. It's like many of them are like healthcare practitioners or coaches or healers or nurses, and teachers, and like on the front lines with people. And it's like, but they are bottom of their list. And the idea of actually doing something and making themselves a priority. So it's like, even when I got cancer, I was still teaching this and doing other things, but I was still burning myself at both ends. I was still running and creating a very successful business, but I wasn't really I was taking care of me and getting manicures and getting pedicures and, going to my healer and getting a massage, but I wasn't actually present daily, taking the time to make myself a priority in the way that I needed to. I was getting caught in the rat race. And it wasn't until I was forced to pause that I said, oh, it's time to do things a different way. And I am so committed to having women not get to that place and not to miss any more of life, guys. So I really wanted to come here tonight. So yeah, of course, I'm very, very sad. I cried a lot I found out an hour ago. So it's not that, and I will go, and I'm going to go to the beach after this and have my time. I'm sharing this though because if you are continuing to make yourself not a priority, you are doing a disservice to the people that you love the most. And most of all, you're doing a disservice to yourself, because it's that relationship with you that we want to foster. That's what we want to connect back to. That's what we want to do. And I know many of you have said, what do I do? What are my next steps? And how can I join the Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program and all of that? And I will share with you guys, and we'll get to all of that. And I'm doing, I've worked very diligently with my team to come up with a really great promotion to support you guys, especially during this time. And again, do the extravaganza, do these 7 days. This is a gift for you. Don't just listen to the videos. Please do the worksheets. Do the things that are set out for you. Make time, even if you've worked with me and you've done all the things, I guarantee it'll peel back another layer. It will take you to that next step. So I just want to say, I'm so honored to be with all of you, and I so love you being here. What's up, ladies? And everything that we're sharing here is so important, because what this is directly connected to and what you're being awakened to is that it was never about your weight. It was about an underlying belief of not being enough, not being deserving, not being worthy of the time, not being worthy of the things that we desire, and seeking out a connection with food in place of a connection to ourselves, seeking out a coping mechanism that we needed to protect us, to keep us safe, to make us feel, right? I spoke with a woman earlier, and there was a lot of disruption in our household growing up. There was a lot of fear, and as a result of having a father that was an alcoholic, and there was a relationship with food and comfort that was needed, that then she sought that out, right? Because there was very real fear within her body. I really, really want you guys to understand, and please listen to this week's podcast on trauma and its connection to our weight and how it gets stored in the body and how we can release it from the body on a cellular level. And this is the work that we do in my programs, and this is the work that I do privately with clients. And I was giving you some starters on how to do that within yourself. One, to how to identify the trauma and really understand what trauma is, so that we don't get so far gone, because as women, we really get caught in this space that, oh, well, it wasn't that bad, and it wasn't this big deal. Even when I spoke with this woman earlier, it was very much oh, well, I saw, this abuse going on with my brother, and my brother was being, hit, but I wasn't. And I'm yeah, but you're still a little girl that's watching somebody you love, another child getting hit by a parent that's supposed to love them, that's supposed to love you. Of course, you're going to fear this in your system, right? So I really want you guys to understand, and that we need to be a loving observer of all of these things. We want to be this compassionate, loving observer outside of ourselves, and going okay, and connecting in, because this is deeper work. And all of the exercises that I took you through in the first 3 days of the Love Your Body, Lose the Weight Extravaganza, the first 3 days was a Love Your Body challenge. And with that challenge, you were given specific love work each night. So please take the time to do that, because this extravaganza is going to be taken down on Wednesday. And it's going to become a bonus in our Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, and will end up being a bundle that will be sold at another time. So really take the time to do this now. It was created for you. It was completely free for you. Please take the time to do that. And I'm just loving hearing all of the ahas and the amazing things that everybody's been experiencing. It's like, and the emails that we've been getting and DMs and all the things and the shares in the group, it's been incredible. So I just want to go through this with you guys. So I know today we are talking about day 6 is think yourself thin, the mindset needed to release weight with ease. So think yourself thin, the mindset needed to release the weight with ease. Day 5, we did clearing broken belief systems to be completely free, how to let go of the past to commit to your future, and what faith has to do with it, right? We've really been working in a complete system from the beginning. So the first 3 days, like I said, we did the Love Your Body portion. Day 1, we did the dieter must go, how to release control no matter how scary for effortless weight loss that lasts. Day 2, we did upping your frequency and flow, how to love and trust your body even if you don't trust yourself around food or like the way that you look. Day 3, we did worthiness and your weight, how to connect to divine guidance and own your power, right? And I know everyone was loving that one. Day 4, actually this is the one that I got the most juiced around. People were just like, whoa, what is happening? Food 101, frequency, fun, and food freedom. And this is where I really shared with you guys about the energetics of food, releasing fear of food, weight gain, and more, what no one is really teaching. Because my approach, and you know this, and those of you that have coached with me know, my approach is completely different. And you won't find it elsewhere. And what we combine from the metaphysical and psycho-spiritual along with the mindset mastery and emotional mastery, while clearing you back on a cellular level and shifting generationally, along with breaking lineages, we're also propelling you into the future that you desire while combining the practical with the tactical and the spiritual, right? And now we're on day 6, and tomorrow we have weight loss is easy, tying it all together. The principles for fat loss that lasts without dieting. And on day 3, you guys had a specific grounding meditation that I did. On day 2. So if any of you need to go back to that, I know many of you have been asking where that is. It's been taking a while for us to actually get everything fully downloaded from Facebook and cutting that out. So we will be cutting that. I did put the future self meditation and visualization in here. So you guys can listen to that, and the grounding meditation, we will work to cut that and send that to you guys separately. So diving into today, most of all, if you take anything, I just please know that you are deserving and worthy of the things that you desire now. My desire for you is that you no longer put off what it is that you want, and that you give yourself permission for your dreams, that you give yourself permission to what that still quiet voice that's in you that says, hey, there's got to be a better way. Hey, there's something on the other side of this dieting. Hey, there's got to be something. And trusting and knowing, and that voice is what guided you here. And to start to be a yes to it. Start to listen to that more than you do your mind. We want to get out of the mind. We want to get into the body. We want to go into that breath work that I've taught you guys. We want to go back in. We want to connect. And we want to know that our truth is what is meant for us. And our highest self is there. We are being inspired to specific actions each day. You are being guided to your ideal weight all the time. You are being guided to foods that serve you and foods that hurt you. You are being guided to thoughts that serve you and thoughts that hurt you. You are being guided to movements that serve you and movements that hurt you. You are being guided all the damn time. Constantly, it's, are you checking in and listening? Are you trusting? You know, I had 2 calls today where it was just kind of like, the women were like, well, just tell me what to do and tell me what to think and give me the clarity. What do I do? And I was like, this is actually what needs to happen. We need you to start trusting you. That's the missing piece. See, if you don't trust you, we can't keep turning your life and your life's choices over to somebody else. That's actually what's creating the problem. That's what is the dieter. The dieter is, I don't trust myself, tell me what to do. The dieter is, give me the plan and I'll follow it because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do for myself. The dieter gives their power away constantly. And I'm the opposite. everything that I do is about giving you the wings so you fly. I have no intentions of being your voice all the time. Then I'm not doing any service for you. Thank you for the love, guys, right? That doesn't actually help you get anywhere. You have your life. Your body has the answers, right? I am here to tell you to please advocate for your health. I will show you, if you step into our programs, I will show you how to connect to your highest self. I will show you how to ground in. I will show you how to be that voice within yourself so that you can tap in it at any time and know what is right for you. My clients, when they are done my programs, are like, no, I know I am not supposed to take that medicine. Nope, that food was not right for me. Nope, I'm not supposed to do that. Nope, I'm not supposed to do this. And they start trusting themselves and doing all of these amazing things, and are empowered to do so because they get back and start to own their worth. They own their voice. They know who they are. They trust in that woman within them that brought you here to begin with, right? So I want you to start to own that. And that is a part of what we're doing here today. When I'm saying think yourself thin, the mindset needed to release the weight with ease, the actual mindset needed, thinking yourself thin, it actually works, right? Like my clients experience it all the time. When you tell yourself, which is what I talked about yesterday, when you start saying to yourself, I'm at my ideal weight now. I'm at my ideal weight now, not then. I'm not actively working to be at my ideal weight. It's I'm at my ideal weight now. We are sending a universal message. I am there now. Your body does not know the difference between a dream and reality. When you sit there and visualize you at this weight now, when you sit there and program your mind every day, I'm at my ideal weight now. I eat for my ideal weight. I move for my ideal weight. You will be guided to things, and it will be uncanny to you that you will all of a sudden be like, I'm not hungry for dinner. That you all of a sudden will be like, I think I want to go for a run. One of the women that's doing our online version of the program, right? My Weight Loss for Life program, she's doing the online version. And she's like, Melissa, I'm back to running 5Ks, right? She lives in the UK, and she literally signed up and was like, I will not work out. It's like not my thing. I haven't done it. She's like, I have not ran in years. She started connecting in, and that was what she was guided to. So she listened. It wasn't from me saying, hey girl, get your ass out there and start running. Because you won't listen to that. The dieter is so done. You've tried every diet. You are so sick of diets. The last thing you want is somebody to tell you what to do. And truth is, I don't want to tell you what to do. And the other thing is, even if I told you to do it, you wouldn't listen because you're so sick of it. And because you don't trust yourself, and because you've tried listening so much that you deem yourself a failure because it hasn't worked. So you're going to rebel against it anyway, which is why you restrict and rebel, right? Restriction leads to rebelling. So that's all that's going to happen. You can keep depriving yourself, and you do it, and then you go in this self-sabotaging cycle where you deprive and you diet, you deprive, and then you rebel and you sabotage. You diet, you deprive, then you rebel, you sabotage yourself, you gain the weight back, and there you are. So instead, we actually want to free you from that and give you the freedom. I want to empower you with the freedom to make your own choices and to trust your body. And in doing so, you will release the weight. My thing that I want to ask you is my battery's coming up. Hold on. I have to plug back in. My thing around my diva ring. Hello. My thing that I want to ask you is, are you listening? And this is the thing that I will tell you. Many women will do what I'm saying, and it's great, and they notice it. And now, of course, like every prom's coming up, they do it. They notice it. And you want to be in a container of accountability to support yourself. Or else what will happen is you'll go, oh, interesting. You'll have this awareness, right? And some of you are going to experience this, which is why I want to talk to you about it. Those of you that haven't worked with me and you're aware, you're now being awakened and aware to things. I just want to tell you, when you put this practice into place, start to notice, because there's going to be the voice of the dieter that doesn't want to die. That remember, your mind's set up for survival. So your mind is going to keep you in the self-sabotaging cycle that it knows, because your mind's going, but this is how we survive. This is what we do. We lose weight to gain weight. We lose weight to gain weight. This is why I always tell you, you can only take yourself as far as you know how to go, which is why we need coaches, we need healers, we need people on the other side that understand what we yet to know, right? So they can actually take us there. So we can actually go, oh wait, no, she gets it, and she can take me there, but I can't, right? And I'm not saying this to disempower you. It's the same reason why I have multiple coaches. I can only take myself to a certain level within my business before I'm going to cap myself out. I can only take myself to a level of spirituality and awareness within the universal realms and other things that I'm doing before I'm going, okay, well, that's kind of like all that I know. And then I'll be awakened to something, but I won't know what to do with it. And then I need my coach to come in and go, no, that's totally normal. Here's what to do. And then I'm like, oh, that's why I'm sabotaging myself. Oh, I hit another seal. Oh, okay. So now I'm limiting myself because of fear. Okay, thank you. And then they guide me to that next step so I can go higher. Does that make sense? So anyway, I'm going to bring us back. So what I want to tell you is when you start to put this into practice and you go, I'm at my ideal weight now. I'm at my ideal weight right now. Write that down. Now needs to be at the end, right? Not in the future. We don't want to future tense the desires that we have. We want to put them in the present. I have it now. We want to program ourselves. We have it now. You want to see yourself at your ideal weight now. Remember, again, the mind does not know the difference between a dream and reality. So when we really want to be in this process of thinking ourselves thin, we really have to start understanding that if my mind doesn't know the difference between a dream and reality, then why am I making this really hard on myself? Why am I making myself struggle so much? Why am I making life really hard? Good. Now we get it, right? We don't need to. You get to create. You get to create. So you get to say, no, I'm at my ideal weight now. I lose weight easily and effortlessly. The weight's just like falling off my body. I'm at my ideal weight now. When you start saying I'm at my ideal weight now, again, your body's going to have you eat just enough. Remember, your stomach is the size of a fist. It doesn't need all the other emotional eating that we do. It just does not. If you added up all the mindless snacking that you did and subtracted that, you would be at your ideal weight, right? You would but what happens is we snack, we end up eating back any working out and anything that we did. And that's a whole other thing because women often think that they've burned 10 times more calories than they actually did. And it's really heartbreaking to my clients when I'm like, no, your 45-minute elliptical session was really 2 slices of bread. Sorry. It's not even a piece of cake. It's like a slice of bread and a teaspoon of peanut butter, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon, right? We don't recognize that. And so we overeat to compensate for the amount of working out that we've done, thinking oh, I've just done all these things, right? Again, you've also heard me talk about this, a brownie and a vegan brownie, same thing, still a brownie. Right? Organic food does not mean it's calorie free. There's all of these mental things that the dieter comes in as but I didn't overeat too bad. Everything that I ate was organic. If you're eating more than what your body needs, then it's more food than what your body needs, i.e. it will put on weight. So I want to go back to this when we're going back to thoughts become things, right? So when we're really sitting here and we're thinking, okay, I'm at my ideal weight, what I was saying to you is, especially if you're new to this. Now, my seasoned ladies that I see here, some of them that know me have been in my program and know this, you're going to notice a part of you that's oh, but I'm not hungry at all. And then you're going to be able to take the inspired action because we've strengthened that muscle in you, right? Through our programs where you go, nope, I'm going to choose me instead. My body is telling me otherwise, right? And I get to listen to my body. I don't want to listen up here. I want to be in my body because when they've gone through the program, we connect back in. You connect to your body. So those of you that have never worked with me and are awakened now and are sitting here and are okay, because of the extravaganza, I'm really awakened to this. And you start saying to yourself, I'm at my ideal weight. And you notice, this is so interesting. I'm eating half the portions of my food. I'm noticing that I'm not hungry for everything, or I'm not hungry for dinner tonight. And your mind, though, is going to say, but let's just eat anyway. It's what we do. We're going to put Netflix on. We're quarantined. We're this, we're that. Don't just go to bed. That's boring. This is our entertainment. It's going to want to talk you out of the inspired action that your body is guiding you to. So I want you to notice that. Now, at first, you might not be able to actually action what you're being inspired to because it's a pattern in you that you've been doing for most of your life. So I want you to just be very compassionate. Right now, your job is to be a loving observer and to be a compassionate, loving observer. And as much as you can, be in your body, connect into your body, and do the inspired action. And every time you do the inspired action, you're going to strengthen that muscle within yourself. You're going to strengthen it and strengthen it and strengthen it. And then it will become your way of being. But at first it's not. At first it's uncomfortable. At first you're going to have to fight yourself because your mind, i.e. your survival mechanism, is sitting there going, why aren't you doing what we need to do to survive? This is what we do to survive. We overeat at night. We sabotage ourselves. But it's what we do, right? So it's going to be uncomfortable at first. And the more that you keep doing it, and the more that you reinforce why it's good for you, the less you'll rebel. Does that make sense? Yeah? I hope this makes sense. So let me know. Facebook is super delayed right now. Damn it. Okay, so I can't see any questions. So the other thing that I want to tell you, so when we're wanting to think ourselves thin, I really want you to understand that we want to keep programming the mind to release the weight. We want to keep programming the mind to release the weight. This is something that I've been doing forever, and it works. My clients experience it. I had shared with you my client that does it. She lost 5.5 pounds in 2 weeks. It was just like, holy shit, this works. Like, she's the biggest non-believer generally. And then I be like, no, girl, like, I'm telling you. And she's like, oh my God, I'm connected. You know, like at first she was so much in her head that she's just like, I cannot connect in. I can't connect in. I can't connect in. Well, that girl is connected, and she listens, and you know, she's like, it's been so easy. Like, I'm just listening to my body. So it is so important. Oh my God, Jenna. Oh, and Julie, it's so good to have you here. So I really want you to understand. And Jenna's our newest member of our Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. So I really just want you to understand and be in that space of recognizing your thoughts become things. So the more that we can start to be in our minds and start going, okay, and really observe, what am I thinking right now? How many thoughts am I having right now? How many thoughts are loving thoughts that support what I desire for myself and support my dreams? And how many of those are negative thoughts that support my broken beliefs that we identified yesterday, right? How many of these stories are supporting the broken beliefs that I have within myself and what I believe is possible for me, right? Because we want to start to notice that and monitor. And one of the things that I always teach is you can literally just sit there and say, cancel, clear, delete, right? Esther and Abraham Hicks always teach that cancel, clear, delete of law of attraction. Cancel, clear, delete, cancel, clear, delete, cancel, clear, delete. I'm not even allowing that to come into the context of what I desire for myself. Cancel, clear, delete. So, oh, Linda, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah. The quarantine, like I was like kind of like, what, talk about divine intervention. Like I could not have, and it's I would have been like coming in to do something to resource and be with each and every one of you to support you at this time. So I'm so grateful. I really am. And so I'm really glad that this is of support for all of you. It really, it truly is. So so right now, what I want you to do is, again, yesterday we identified broken belief systems and we wrote down a positive. We looked at the broken belief system. We sat there and said, I'm ready to let this go. We wrote down the positive belief that would counter it, and then we burned the whole thing down, right? I was like, you're gonna burn it. We're gonna release it. Now with the coronavirus, more than anything, we need to release these things into the ether and say, like, I am done with that way of being. I am done with doing it the old way. Like, I choose differently. I am deserving and worthy, and I choose differently, and I choose to show up differently. And because of that, I am saying, I'm doing a big shout out, universe. I am so ready for some change, right? And I was really sharing in here, guys, now more than ever, this is your opportunity to say, like, I am deserving and worthy of what I want. I am deserving and worthy of being healthy and happy and of my desires. And I'm no longer going to put them off. Life is too short. And I think we're being shown that time and time again. Life is too short. This is your one life. Let's make it your best damn life. Let's make these best years, the best years of your life, and let go of the past and all the ruminating in the past. It's not serving you. And what we keep doing is bringing the past into our present, and then it's impacting our future in a negative way. We don't need to go there. It's not helpful for anybody, right? So I really want you to start to monitor your thoughts, and I want you to cancel, clear, delete any of your negative thoughts and replace them as quickly as possible with something positive. We want to replace them as quickly as possible with something positive. It is so important that you do that. And you keep reminding yourself, I am deserving and worthy of my desires. I am deserving and worthy of my desires. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me, right? Miracles. I expect only miracles. I expect only miracles, especially at this time. We should all be repeating that as often as possible. I expect only miracles. I expect only miracles. Deserving of only miracles, right? And it's so, so, so important. So important. So I want you to notice and just write down, what are the top limiting beliefs that you have that you notice are on repeat? Just think of 5. 5, I mean, I think you could do like 50. I know I could have. And I still could on different areas of like limiting beliefs that I have with different things that I desire, because as you grow, you're always going and hitting new fears and limiting beliefs, right? Especially as you achieve more and more and more. So I just want to ask you guys, what are some limiting beliefs that you have right now, right? What are some limiting beliefs that you have around weight loss? Do you believe it can be easy? Do you believe that you can lose weight without dieting? Just really quick, as I'm saying this, an immediate thought came to your head, yes or no. So what would be a positive affirmation that you could say to yourself? Right? Now, here's the thing with affirmations. You're not going to believe them right away, because we just don't. Like, we have to keep repeating them and repeating them and repeating them. Now, the key with affirmations, though, is bring them. An affirmation works when it's something that you can wrap your head around enough. I'm not saying you're 1000% are going to believe it, but it's not something that's so outlandish. Like, for instance, if you're struggling with money and you're repeating to yourself that you're a multimillionaire, you're not actually going to believe that. But if you start repeating like, oh, I made $1,000 extra this month, that's something, you're meeting yourself closer to where you're at, but you're still growing, right? So an affirmation, like if you're like, I love myself completely exactly as I am, you know, you might be like, well, but I don't. And it's like, okay, well, what if you love yourself completely and you just take out exactly as I am? You know, what if you start to meet yourself where you're at, where it's like, you just start saying like each day, like, I did good today. I'm proud of you today. I see you. You're beautiful, right? And you just start to notice and say things that affirm the way that you want to feel. And a great way to know what it is that you truly desire on a soul level is, I want you to think about, what are all the things that you're looking to somebody else to tell you about yourself? What are you waiting for someone else to give you permission for? Because I find that many women look to others to give them permission for their dreams, to give them permission to say, you know what? Like, for instance, I did a fitness competition because some woman randomly in the gym saw me working out and was like, oh, are you a competitor? Like, are you a fitness competitor? And I was like, huh? No? What are those? And I sat there, and I had always struggled with my weight, and I was like, and I'd like struggled with it myself, right? And so much. And then I sat there and I was like, she thinks I could be a fitness competitor? Right? It was like a light bulb moment. Like, huh? Meanwhile, anybody can go into a fitness competition. Ever. Like, anybody. Right? But I had this belief like only certain people could. I don't know, and it all of a sudden opened up. Like, before that, I never had any interest. But all of a sudden I was like, a fitness competition? Me? She thinks I could do that? I thought those were only for really fit models, you know? And all of a sudden, and then I went and won. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know, best body for the Northeast, you know, in the International Natural Body Federation. Like, it was crazy. But she gave me a nugget that I then took, right? She gave me permission for something. She saw something in me that I never even let myself think or see. And I find that in our programs, that so many women will have these dreams and desires, and you know, it's that, and I feel so blessed to be able to say, like, why not you? Why not you? Of course you. And then they're like, oh my God, me? And I'm like, yeah, you. If anybody, you. Yes. And then there's that, oh my God, like, yeah, oh yeah, right? I've shared about one of my clients, or one of my ex-clients who I saw on here. She's doing her first fitness competition at age 50. And I remember when she talked to me about it, and she was like, couldn't even get it out. She was laughing so hard. Yet it was something that she always wanted, right? And she gave herself that permission. And she got that because she started to own her worth. She started to do what we're doing here. And what I've illuminated here, and hopefully I'm awakening those of you that are new to me here, and those of you that have been with me. I hope you're revisiting these things, is helping to reignite and strengthen that even deeper for you, right? So I know that everything that I teach can apply in all levels and all areas of your life. So I just say this to you: notice what are the constant stories, and notice what you're waiting for somebody else to give you permission for. And most of all, the voices in your head, because when I'm saying you can think yourself thin, I want you to really recognize that you can apply this to everything and anything. And right now we're playing the context of weight. And as you've seen, your weight is directly connected to your level of worthiness, which you will also see is directly connected to your level of net worth. Right? So many of these things circle around, and you'll see some of you might be going, no, well, money's always been great for me, but like I really struggle with weight. It's all synonymous, and no matter what, even if you're successful and make a certain level, I always see that those women, once they really step into their worth in a deeper way, their net worth explodes even more so. So it's fascinating to me how it's all connected on such a deep level. And I didn't realize that with myself. And when I did this work, as I stepped into this, I saw my business explode and keep going higher and higher and higher. So I just really want you guys to take into effect. I know you might be going, okay, well, think. So your thoughts, and you heard me say this yesterday, so please go back and listen to yesterday's too. Your thoughts create your reality. It creates your experience in the world. It creates your perception. So I want to remind you, you are the creator of your experience. So you get to make this as epic and delicious and as fun and as easy as possible. So keep repeating, I let it be easy. I let it be easy. I let it be easy. This is fun. This is joyous. This is happening for me now. This is happening for me now. Everything is the way in which we choose to look at it. Even what's going on with the coronavirus. And like, I don't want to get so caught, because you already saw my videos on that to support you with that. And my podcast coming out next week will support you with that. But I really, really want you guys to understand this and start to notice my thoughts. What am I thinking each day? What am I thinking? How many of those are loving? How many of those are serving me? How many of those are hurting me? Can I take the ones that are hurting me and turn them into loving thoughts that serve me? The more you are actively engaging in this and doing this process, the more you are going to see beautiful things happen for you and experience a lot of ease and joy and passion and love and flow, right? And up your frequency, right? And you will notice that as you are saying and just repeating to yourself, I'm at my ideal weight now. I'm at my ideal weight now. You will notice you will not have the same hunger. You will not desire to eat in the way in which you once did. You will not desire to be mean to yourself in the way that you once were. You will not desire to be as inactive. Your body will start responding. And my invitation to you is to take that inspired action and watch as things release effortlessly as you keep reinforcing it with your words. Okay? So I hope that this spoke to you. Let me know any questions that you have. Thank you so much for being here. My heart, my thoughts, everything is with you, especially at this time. Just know that I'm holding you as healed and whole and safe. Keep reminding yourself that you're safe. Go into that grounding meditation as much as possible. Do the future self meditation and visualization to connect in with your highest self, to see and feel and know internally what's possible, and to continue to fuel that to the movie of your mind. And watch as things continue to unfold. I can't wait to be with you tomorrow as we talk about weight loss is easy, tying all the pieces together, and the principles for fat loss that lasts without dieting. Thank you so much for another beautiful evening. I also just want to share with you guys so much. I know many of you have been asking about our Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. I will be sharing with you guys. We are giving out a beautiful promotion and discount for you guys in lieu of everything going on. We will be sending that to you. This is my signature program. We actually took my signature program, Weight Loss for Life, which is my 9-month program. We condensed it into 6 months. We're even doing more meditations, hypnosis, guided things in there, along with we just added in some really cool new content that I'm excited about. It's better than ever. And like I said, we will be opening enrollment. So I know many of you have been asking about it. And I swear we are going to send out the emails. We will send you the promo code. Those of you in the Extravaganza will be the first to receive it. So don't worry. We are on it. My team is a little bit inundated this week in particular with everything going on and our other programs and Zoom and all the things being low. But we will be sending that to you, and we will open the doors. And we have you guys on priority notification to be the first that we're going to bring into the program before we close the doors. As you know, we keep the program an intimate number to really support you in this huge transformation that does happen in our 6-month program. You guys know it, internal change for external results. So get ready. Like I said, I will share more about it. We will do a live Q&A to answer all your questions and all the things. And those of you that have already joined, I'm so excited. I hadn't even opened enrollment yet, so I'm really excited to have you. And those of you that are desiring, trust me, I've got you, and we will send everything to you. So much love. I am here in support and so much love. And like I said, sharing about my aunt and everything else, guys, this is our one life. It's our one life, and it's your time to make yourself a priority. And it's also your time to give yourself permission to have your desires, and I'm giving it to you. And your desires are meant for you because they're in you. That's why you were born with them. Listen, each one of us has different dreams, and we're each meant for them, right? And that's why everybody has something different. Some of you want to be writers, some of you want to be singers, some of you want to be moms, some of you want to start your own business, some of you have no interest in that and want to do finance. Some of you, like, everybody's got something different. But one thing that I know without a shadow of a doubt is none of you were ever meant to struggle, especially not with your weight. None of you were ever meant to struggle in life. Everything is meant to come for you. It's meant to be easy. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be delicious. You are meant to have so much fun in all of this. And it's really, really, I want you to know that you're worthy more than anything, that you're worthy and you're so deserving. So I love you all so much. I can't wait to be with you tomorrow. Please let me know any questions. The one other question, I'm sorry, I just realized there's a lot going on today. There was a question around victim and the victim mentality. And you know what? I will share in that tomorrow and kind of go into that. I know that I shared about that, and there was a question about that, and I will make sure to answer it tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here, and I love you much, and have a beautiful evening. All right, bye.